Okay, so Glenn and I are loaded into Tabletop Simulator. We should have everything we need to play. We've decided to play a scale 3 game because that is little and will get us a demo in the game fairly fast. So the first thing that we need to do is to generate our contracts. So we've got a set of core systems contract quick reference cards here. So let's go ahead and draw the first one. It is Rex's Harvesting, which is a clubs contract. Groovy. So we're going to be harvesting some exotic matter for containment and later processing. Demolition Contract. So this one's going to set up a second table with some facilities. So that is King of Spades. So that's a separate contract. And the third one is Queen of Hearts. So we've got 3 unique suits, so these are all good. This one's a supply contract, which is going to set up planetoid. So between the 3, we've got 1 additional table. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these ones. So we're playing A Billion Suns across 2 tables. We can tidy up some of this stuff. Okay, so we have our,
there you go, that's quite neat.
Have our contract decks set up. So we need to roll off.
Yep. 2.
8. Now, remember, of course, in A Billion Suns, low numbers are good. So you are the systems administrator. So you
indeed. Okay.
You have the job to set up the planetoid, the Rex's Pearl, and the 3 facilities. You can set them up wherever your tiny heart decides, but you must place at least 1 objective on each table.
So planetoid up at there's there, well, there's there, well, there's there. And let's say 1 of those. There. That'll do for a vague setup.
Okay, so that is setup done. There's no deployment. So we go straight to the first turn, and the first turn, each round, the first thing that we do is choose our is the command phase. We assign scale plus 3 command tokens to our helm. So we've each got 6 command tokens, which are the little gems stashed off right next to the a command token in jump in to deploy a jump point. So I'm certainly going to want to do at least 1 of those. Where have you put the pearl? Put the pearl right in the middle of that table. So I want to get going with my supply contract pretty early. So I think I'm going to want to jump 2 jump points in. Now I'm sort of talking through what I'm doing here, but ordinarily you would somewhat hide your intentions because you can set these, you can stack these command tokens secretly from your opponents to stop them from waiting and just watching what you're doing. Okay, cool. So you have also put everything in jump in. So that's us revealing our helms essentially. Okay, so the final thing in the command helm is we roll off to determine initiative for this round. So this is our second roll off, but this time it's for initiative. I've rolled a 4.
I've rolled a 10.
10, cool. Small numbers are better. So I have the initiative for this round. So we go straight to the jump phase. The CEO with the initiative selects the first CEO to jump. So I will ask you to make the first, take the first action in the jump phase. And we're going to take turns spending tokens from our jump.
So can't place jump points within 10 inches of a planetoid.
And you can't have more jump points in play than the number of tables plus 1. So you can put up to 3 jump points in play. across these two tables. And it's worth noting that the Rexis Pearl has a 6-inch bubble of dangerous terrain around it.
Yeah, which will destroy a jump point.
That's right. In the end phase, it deletes jump points. So you could put a jump point in the Rexis Storm and just eat the fact that it's going to disappear at the end of the turn.
There you go.
Okay, so you've deployed a jump point just over 6 inches from the Rexis. I could go and sort of mirror your movement and get all up in your grill, or I could go and try and get the uncontested facility. I think for the sake of...
because you are a wildly aggressive man.
Because of the wildly aggressive tendencies, I'm going to play something really quite close there.
Okay.
So we both spent one of our jump tokens. Let's continue.
So I'm going to go for jump token over on the other table.
Do you need a sheriff's badge?
No, I've got a sheriff's badge. I'm just not seeing where the thing to toggle the measurable is for some reason today.
It's in toggles measure movement.
Okay. I mean, oh yeah, there we go. Gotcha. So going for the planetoid, going for 10 inches away from the planetoid. Now, do facilities shoot at jump points at all anymore?
Yes, they will. There's no reason why they wouldn't. So yeah, you want to be more than 3 inches from that.
So more than, so that's 2.2. Yeah, let's see. So if I was, and that's, yeah, so it's more than 10 inches from the planetoid and just over 4 inches from the facility. I will have a jump point there, I think.
Mm-hmm. That looks like a good spot. I was thinking, so you've chosen to put a jump point on each table, which I think is good for the first turn because that gives us one of these. I'm going to spend my second one. The reason it's good particularly is that it gives us jump hopping ability straight away. So I think that's a bit too close. I need to be a bit further away. So yeah, more than that. Okay, so we have both spent 2 of our tokens and our deployments are relatively similar at the moment.
So in order to scan the planetoid, I'll get a supply token for each mass of ship. Mass of a light utility ship is 1. I do have the option for a medium utility ship, though. So I think I'm going to buy in a battle wing of 2 medium utility ships, which is going to be 4 points. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And medium utility ship. So jump range is 6 inches minus mass. Got a mass of 2, so within 4 inches of the jump point, but still 10 inches away from the planetoid.
Mm-hmm.
So if the planetoid was, let's say, there, 10 inches, I'll go there. So I'll pop in a medium-sized utility group over here near this
those guys
planetoid.
have got a combined mass of 4, so if they can get in and scan the planetoid, they'll be able to gain 4 supply tokens which means that you should have plenty of supply tokens to discard in order to gain that 3 card from the top. Now, the person with the most supply token gets to choose who scores first, which is how come you're overbidding for the 3, because if you've got 4. So
well, partly that, partly because if it means that if you scan in for 2 or 3, then I'd pick up the 3, you'd pick up the 2, and I'd pick up the 1.
Mm-hmm. And also, we've got to bear in mind that you can't have more than scale number of utility ships in play. So that's 3 utility ships in play. So I've got the option now, having seen you commit there, to overcommit over on the side of the Rexus instead. So it seems like a sensible option. So I need to scan the pearl with a utility battle group, and each scan on ship gains M maglock tokens. So I think what I might do is somewhat mirror your move, but on the other side here. So I'm going to spend 4 credits. So that puts me down into -4 to requisition a battle group of 2 medium utility ships, which uses my next doodad. It's these hammerhead jobbers. I can deploy them within their 6 minus their scale, so within 4 inches of this. And let's just double check. They need to be within scan range, which is 3 inches. So yeah, I'll park them. Ooh, hello. This is the. I can't get them to settle down. There we go.
There they go. They sat in. Okay, now, so Rex is harvesting. You gain 1 maglock token. Who has the most maglock tokens? Choose to draw first. So there's not a huge amount of benefit if you put down 2 medium utility ships and me going for just 1, other than the slightly more sort of chunkiness, because the Rexus does sort of attack you a little bit at the end of each turn. I'm going to take
the end of each battle group's activation is when the movement step is where the dangerous space kicks in.
Yep. So I'm gonna, but dangerous space isn't too dangerous if you're only little as well, isn't it?
Yeah. So in this case, dangerous space is 2d6 attacks per ship. So it could do, could do 3, 4, 5 damage, but medium utility ships have got a silhouette of 5, so they've got 5 each. But it could mean that you could knock some health off them, and then they get finished off by the space. Utility ship, okay.
So I'm going to go for a little light utility ship, because I don't think there's a massive percentage in trying to outscan, and I'll cheap out basically and save myself a point for a little fella. So at least I'm in the mix, but I'm not necessarily competing. So that's my 4th jump.
Cool. So now that there's a silhouette 4 shield 1 light utility ship down, it's somewhat attractive to bring out something that might be able to take it down. The Corvette is an interesting option because it's got some shields and it can be really fast later. The gunship is also a kind of tasty option, although it's a little bit weedier. I don't think a scale 3 game is going to really allow me to get away with bringing out a Corvette. Let's just have a quick look at the rulebook. So scale 3 with 2 of us, there are 36 points on the table, which we'll almost certainly not collect all but I can probably get away with a single Corvette. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to bring out a single Corvette over here on the Rexus table in order to threaten your
my tiny ship.
Tiny ship. So I want to be no more than 6 inches. Well, actually, I don't mind how far away I am because I've got a lot of movement. So I think actually I want to deploy a reasonable distance back from my jump point. Corvettes are mass 2, so they can deploy up to 4 inches from a jump point. So that's where I'm going to be.
So the facility is Silhouette 3 here. So to take one down, I'm going to go for, I think I'm going to go for a little fighter wing over on the other table. A fighter wing of 2 ships, or rather 2 wings. So that's 4 points. And I'm going to jump them in over here. So if that's where my jump point is, that's entirely reasonable.
We should record the fact that each of these has a AI core plonked on top of them.
Mm-hmm.
So the job here is to potentially scan to get rid of that AI core and then blow it up.
Yeah.
But in a scale 3 game, the halving of because it rounds up, the halving of it is much less troublesome.
And having sufficient numbers to do all of the scanning and the destroying gets a little trickier. So I'm going to put a little fighter wing over on the right-hand table.
Mm-hmm. So scale 3 guys don't really. Well, anyway, let's do a light utility ship over here. Oops. My light utility ship is not measurable. So 10 inches from here, and it should be 5 inches from there. Okie dokie. So that's my 3rd utility ship down. So that's another point. So I've got 1 deployment left as well.
Yep. So my last deployment, I think I'm going to go with a gunship. I'm just double checking whether that's a good idea. Yeah, what the hell gunship should do. So that's cost 3, mass 1. So 12 points spent in total. So mass 1, deploying from there.
Very nice. So you've created a passive fire arc just where I would want to park for maximum Corvette gunnage.
Hopefully a weeny bit.
So let's have a look. So I've got 1 deployment left with which to startlingly change the game state. So think I'm tempted to bring out something to threaten your medium utility ships that then might be able to get the job done on a facility in a later turn. Silhouette 5, so light weapons are okay, but you need quite a lot of them. D10 torpedoes are a little bit hard work, but a bomber or a fighter wing would seem to be the right answer. So I think I might bring out 2 bombers would cost me 6 points, and I'd probably only get 3 damage on you. Fighters would be 4, or for the same price 6, and would get me 9 dice. So I think I'm going to do 3 fighters. Because you got a bit heavy to win heavy. Where am I going to futz these guys out? I don't want to get facilitated, so I'll pop them. They've got a movement of 6, so yeah, so I'll just pop them down here. Okay, so that is round 1's jump phase done.
If you just want to, pay for those fighters.
Minus 16.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm 16 in debt. You are 12 in debt. So Glenn's already 4 points up. And it's now the tactical phase. The CEO with the initiative selects the first CEO to activate. So in this case, I'm going to throw the ball over to you again, Glenn. Give you the first activation.
Okay. So I think that what I'm going to do. Your ships are all sort of floating in the air.
Are they?
A little bit, yeah. I think that what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to activate the fighter wings on the right-hand table and issue an attack order against your fighters.
Okay, nice.
Or an engage order.
Yeah, so they are currently in, we can just demonstrate this. So they're currently in the primary firing arc. There's no range on an engage order, but you just have to be in primary firing arc so they can see them. So they can select them.
I get a 6-inch move. Where am I? Pivot, then move up to thrust, then passive attacks. Yep. So you're facing that way. So it'll just have to be a move and then an attack, basically, won't it?
You've got a 3-inch 360 from the facility.
Yeah, so just a minute. I just want to see how far that's handy. So if I measure the AI core token,
sure,
that's a 3-inch window that looks a bit like that. Okay. The fighter wing going 5 inches.
I should probably add a 3-inch circular template to this mod so that it's easy to do that.
Where are we? 6-inch thrust and 6-inch range for the weapons. So that's. I'm sort of sat on top of the facility doing that. So
that's fine. That's kind of why they don't have gravity. So it doesn't really matter if you're.
Yeah. So I was there. Let's say, if I went.
Yeah, if you're floating in the sky, that's fine. It's science fiction, yeah.
Yeah. It's just sometimes when I'm popping up, it was measuring me. It seemed to be measuring me diagonally. So that would be 6 inches to move. And then that looks like I'm just 6 inches in 6 inches range from where I was sat.
Yeah, I'm going to say that's totally fine given the infelicities of tabletop simulator measurement.
So let's say then, so my guys are going to try going there. I think this is feeling a little inexact, but yeah, okay, I'm going to try that. So that's where are we? Pivoted, moved, passive attack steps. So the
we start with
the attack.
Yeah, we'll start with the the facility, which has got a 6 inch. Oh, crumbs! It's 6 inch. 6 inch laser turrets, scale divided by 2 rounded up, so that's 2d6 against the battle group.
Okay. Do you want to roll it then?
Sure, yes, I will roll it. So we're looking for, oops. Your silhouette is 3, so 3, 1, 2, or 3 will hit, so that's 1 hit. You don't have any shields, so you take 1 damage. There are some little damage dice or tokens.
Yeah, I did see them earlier on. There we go. So setting that to a 2. Okay. I get to attack.
So Your Honor, Glenn is counting remaining wounds, not damage suffered. In fact, in A Billion Suns, you need to record damage as tokens. You only took 1 because only the 3 hit.
Okay, yep. Okay, so 1 hit. And then attacking you with...
Well, no, I get to passive fire because I've got you in my auto blaster 6 inches. If you're in mine.
Okay. One of your wing is within 6 inches of me.
Yeah, the other guys are out of range. So they have 3 3d6 attacks, even in auxiliary. So I'm looking for 1s, 2s, and 3s. So that's a couple of hits. So 2 more damage tokens, which eliminates 1 of the.
Yep. Okay. And then my remaining fighter wing is going to shoot at your guys. 3d6. So.
Oh, so that's 2.
And because it was an engage order, I get to re-roll that 5.
You do?
No.
Still a 5. So these ones count as critical. So that's 2 hits. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. I don't have any shields. So 1 dead fighter wing. Let's go ahead and remove the guy that's in range. And 1 additional damage token on this guy. All right. I'm going to activate this light utility ship. I'm going to give the light utility ship the vector order so they can move twice. So pivot by no degrees, move 4 inches, pivot by no degrees, move 4 inches. So I should move 8 in total, which leaves me well within the scan range of 3 inches. Then I'm going to suffer passive attacks, but there's no one to attack me. I'm not going to jump out. I'm not going to do any attacking, but I am going to scan. So we'll just go down here to just quickly check. So supply contract said, scan the planetoid with a utility battle group, dock the battle group. Docked ships can't move, but may undock at the start of the activation. And the next one says, scan the planetoid with a docked battle group, which we haven't got. So I am now docked.
Okay. So I think I will activate my medium utility ships who are going to go on a vector. So they're going to vector 8 inches. And they're also then going to dock at the planetoid.
Here, have a docked token. Why not?
Why not indeed? Thank you very much. Very good of you. So it's your activation.
Cool. I'll activate the fighter wings. I'm going to engage the medium utility group for all the good it will do me. So you will come with me. So I'm going to move 6 inches. And that guy is within 6 inches. Go back where you were. And this guy is also within 6 inches. So slightly outside of your. Did you measure? Am I inside the? That looks like 7 inches.
That's 6 inches where I'm currently holding that dude. Right. So I don't know if I'm in range of you. I think you're slightly outside the range of the facility. I
Yeah.
think the fighter wing is probably in range of your back guy at the moment.
Yeah, so I could probably have scooted over here instead, which is still within. No, I don't think I can get. I think I'm going to have to either take the.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm going to take the pain in order to get in range on the medium utility ship. So
Okay.
passive attacks from fighter wing.
Boo-boo-boo.
Oh,
She's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits.
5 hits. So that is wiped out. I should have been more conservative. Yeah, it was already one on there, so that's 6 damage tokens in total, which is enough to eliminate these guys. Poof.
Brutal accuracy with the passive fire.
Yes, so I didn't get to fire on the medium utility ships. So that plan was no good. All right, let's go to the table.
I think I'm going to activate my gunship over here. Who I think is going to take an engage order and see if things get lucky with the Corvette ship, pretty much. Yeah, that'll do.
So you won't be able to engage the Corvette because it's outside of your primary.
Yeah. Yeah. No, in that case, actually, I think I will activate the light utility ship.
Sure thing.
Who is basically going to sit there and scan the Rex's Pearl for a maglock token.
So just to remind you of the easy target rule. So if you don't move at least half your thrust, you get an easy target token. So you might want to just pootle along.
Sure.
And if you're going to pootle along, you might consider giving the red alert order to discard the D3 damage tokens, because that can help you shrug off the dangerous space.
Sure. What's the so I've got to be within scan range of the Rex's Pearl, which is 3 inches.
Yeah.
So about so what's the passive fire range on the Corvette, actually? Because that's 6 relevant. Inches. 6 inches. Yeah. Corvette is currently 10 inches away, so I've got tons of room.
Oh man, I'm not certain this is scaled correctly.
So I'm gonna have to, in that case, to do the 2-inch move.
Maybe it is.
Stay within scan range of the Rex's Pearl. I'm gonna have to go there fundamentally.
All right. Hovering above, but that's just fine.
And then I am going to scan the Rex's Pearl. Yeah, I'll take the red alert order.
Yeah, so at the end of the movement step, 2 things are going to happen. One is the dangerous space attacks your mass 1, so you can take 1d6 attack, and at the same time the red alert happens. So because it's simultaneous, you get to decide in which order to resolve them, which is clearly see if you get dangerous.
Sure. Shall I roll the dangerous space then?
Yeah, please. 1d6. So that's a hit because your silhouette is 4.
Yep. And then the red alert is D3.
Oh, you've got a shield of 1.
Oh, well, I fail the shield, so I take 2 hits, and then I recover the 2 wounds with the red alert. And so I've got a single maglock on. I don't see maglock tokens anywhere, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, we might need to just use something else to just improvise with that one. Cool. So my options include pootling. My options include taking a easy target token with the Corvette to sit and shoot the light utility ship and get rid of that maglock. I could turn on the gunship, but I'm not going to be able to open fire with most of my guns. Or I could hoof it through the jump point and go threaten a medium utility ship, which in terms of the Corvette, it's got 6 dice, so it's unlikely to take a utility ship down initially, but that might be enough to swing it. So I'm going to activate the Corvette. I'm going to jump hop at the start of my movement phase rather than the end. So I get to pick it up and redeploy it somewhere within its jump range of another jump point. So that will be, has to be more than 10 inches away. So I sort of want to be there. I've got lots of movement. So then I would have my normal movement step with the, in this case, I'll just do the vector order, even though it's not really going to affect anything. I've got thrust of 10, so I've got plenty of movement to go around. So I'm just going to pop myself there. And I've got 4d6 primary and 2d6 auxiliary. So I just need 3 more dice here. I'm going to open fire all weapons on the medium utility battle group. Hang on a sec, at least one of those is cocked. So I don't have any rerolls, but it is a silhouette of 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits, which happen to be the number of dice there are there. So you've got a shield of 3.
3. So, ooh, 2 saved, so 4 damage taken.
4 damage taken. So not quite enough to knock one of the ships off, but that's actually okay because it means you don't have a spare utility slot open for the next jump phase. So I'm not terribly sad about that. That was quite a good result. Okay, you've got a gunship and I've got some utes.
Yep, I think I'm going to take that gunship and I think I'm going to jump hop it.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Leave these farmers to their job.
Gunship has a mass of 1, so it can be within 5 inches of my jump point. So it's going to go there. And it's going to move basically to here. So it won't have an easy target on it.
Yep.
It's jumped anyway, so I think that overall's easy target, but I'm not sure. And then I will fire upon you with the gunship's blasters. So
yeah, so you've got me with both primary and auxiliary, so it's 4 dice.
Yep.
Corvettes are 5 to hit.
Oh, so only 2 hits.
2 hits. I've got shields of 2, so I'm going to re-roll these 2 dice, and I'm looking for 2s, 1s or 2s. No, so 2 damage. And then my medium utility ships are going to taxi around. So they're going to essentially scoop 4 inches and still be within 3 of there. They will do the same thing here, but they're medium utility vessels, so they're going to suffer 2d6 dangerous space. 5s to hit them. Come on. All you have to do, Tabletop Sim. So that's 3 hits. They've got shields of 3, so I'm looking for 3s. Oh, I need to roll another dice.
Yep.
Saved 1, failed 1. So I test 2 damage. before I record it, I will red alert for D3, which is 1, so I suffer 1. Then I'm going to scan, so I'm going to get what was the answer here? How many maglocks? Each scanning ship gains M maglocks. So 1, 2,
4 maglocks.
3, 4. Oops. I think yeah, that's 4. Sorry, I lost one for a minute.
That's right.
That is the end of the round, I think. So in the end phase, we check to see if there are any scoring stuff that we need to do. So should we go in order from Rexus?
Sure. Yep.
So here it says whoever has the most maglock tokens chooses a CEO to draw first. Moving clockwise, each CEO with 1 or more maglock tokens draws and discards a jobbity token, a clubs card. If the catalyst is discarded, and the catalyst is the ace currently.
Yep.
So sorry, I flipped over the catalyst, so I'm going to score 2 points, 2 credits, sorry, and then we're going to remove this from the game.
So only 1 card gets drawn.
Repeat until scale divided by 3 cards have been drawn. Yeah. So 1 card gets drawn. So there's a couple of cards in there. There's 10 credits in that contract. Demolition Contract doesn't do anything at the end of round 1, in the end phase of round 1. And Supply Contract in the end phase, nobody's got any supply tokens yet because we didn't have docked battle groups this round.
Yep.
Okie dokie. So that's round 1. Round 2, we gain our scale +3 command tokens, and we go about considering our options.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to try and not make the same mistake I normally do and overinvest. I am set up. I've got 1 in Seize Initiative, 1 in Jump In, and 4 in Tactical. What have you got?
I've got 3 in Seize Initiative, nothing in Jump In, and 3 in Tactical.
All right. So the last thing we do then is roll for initiative. So you've got 3 tokens, so you're rolling a d6. I've got 1 token, so I'm rolling a d10 lowest. Wait, hang on a sec. That's the wrong size of dice. Alrighty. I got a 5.
I got a 1.
All right. You have the initiative. So jump phase, CEO with the initiative selects the first person to jump, but there's only me to jump. So I'm going to deploy since you 3 a fighter wing, a single fighter wing here. Facing. It's facing that direction. Okay.
Okay.
And
so through to the tactical phase. Obviously, I'm then going to want to go first. I'm going to
Really?
activate this gunship. And I'm going to put 2 tokens in power to weapon systems. And I'm going to engage the Corvette. So I'm not going to move particularly. So I am going to take an easy target token.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also not seeing an easy target token, but
the yellow one in the middle. Yeah.
There it is. Yep. Okay, so an easy target token. So 4 dice, 2 primary, and 2 auxiliary.
46.
So with -2 on the dice, that is 3, 4, 5 hits.
One, two, three. So the 1 is a critical, so that's 2.
Yeah.
4 and the 5 hit and would have hit ordinarily. The 6 is a dud and always misses.
Okay, so I've got an engage order,
You've
so I
got
can
an engage
re-roll the
order, yeah.
6.
Now you could re-roll those other hits if you were feeling spicy, because if you want to get more criticals, because the fact that you've spent, sorry, how many tokens did you spend? You spent 2
2.
tokens. So that raises criticals from 1 to 2 to 3. So 3s count as criticals.
I mean, in that case, if I can re-roll what already hits, I am going to take a shot at re-rolling these 2.
Yeah.
So, okay, well, it evens out then.
Yeah.
So still 5 hits.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I take 5 dice for the 5 hits of the same shape, and I am going to roll against my shield of 2. Oh, I'm going to spend 1. So I'm spending 1 to bring my shields to 3, but it didn't help. So I save 2, suffer 3, and that is that brings me to death.
Good.
Good.
Splendid.
And I spent 1 of my tokens for powered shields. Probably should have spent the other one too, but wasn't thinking. So light utility ship is docked and is threatened by the fighter wing. These guys are. Do they have to be next to the? Just going to check one thing. I can't remember if the medium utility ships have to be parked next to the Rex's Pearl holding there. I feel like I might have to have discarded the Maglock tokens. I'm just checking the rules because the summary card doesn't have all of the rules in it.
At the end of each round, discard all Maglock tokens.
That's what I thought.
It is on the summary card. You're more splendid than you remembered.
Actually, my good friend Adam, who constructed the cards, is more splendid.
Oh, well. Somebody was smarter than you thought.
It's very rarely me. So I'm just pootling around trying to figure out where to lean in with my utility ships. I think I'm going to pootle back over here. Oops, let's. And get some more Maglock tokens. I don't know why I discarded those Maglock tokens. I should have just kept them.
Yeah, I don't know why you deleted them. Discarding them, I think it was fine. Deleting was maybe a mistake.
It was indeed.
You've got some dangerous space, obviously, for your
Rexes. I'll do the dangerous and red alert. And these guys are facing the direction they travelled, not the direction that they were. Okay, so mass 2. So we've got 2 dangerous space attacks. Both hit on a 5. So there's 2 saving on 3s because of the shields. I'm not worried to boost all those up. So 1 damage gets through. And then I'm going to red alert my 2 damage tokens, which I get rid of them both. So I end up healthier. The bracing, dangerous space has made me feel much better about life.
Splendid.
Cool.
Okay, I think I'm going to activate this fighter wing. Now, I would like to... I think I'm going to go for attacking... Where to go with it? I think I will have them, let's say, vector towards the light utility ship. I can't engage because they're not in my primary weapon arc when I activate.
Mm-hmm.
So instead, I'm going to just... I'll say vector. I've got no reason to red alert particularly. Tell you what, is there any way I can have the advantage? So if I vectored to there, yeah, no, I can't get high enough to get background for an engage on the facility. So never mind.
No.
So they'll just vector round to there, which
Mm-hmm.
do the trick, and then engage your light utility ship. Not engage it, but fire at it.
Light utility 4, so that's 3 hits.
That is 3 hits. It's got a shield of 1, I think, isn't it?
It's got a shield of 1. I'm going to pump that up by 1, which is the most I can do because it's mass 3. So 2s to save. I suffer 2 hits. Low.
Okay.
Don't do that again. Just facing towards the planet. Where is that dice? I can't get it.
It's all right. I've got it. There you go. So it's on 2.
Thank you.
That's quite all right. Okay, your turn then.
So I'll jump hop with the fighters.
Yeah.
I suspect I should be able to vector my way if I jump to here and then vector 6 inches vector. Basically, I need to find out if there's a spot just behind your... Yeah, so I've dropped myself down here and then move 6 inches to there.
And you're going for that 6 inches away from the medium utility ship, but not within arc of the gunship.
Not, yeah, but outside of the 180 of the gunship.
Is it within 6 inches of the facility?
It may well be.
I think it probably... very surprised that that's been possible. Yeah. Yeah, you're more than 6 inches.
Oh, I thought I was Tabletop Simulator 6 inches away.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'll give you it. I think it's sort of, yeah, it's pretty tight, but yeah.
It is pretty tight. So 3d6. I could spend, let's have a quick look, remind myself, power to weapon systems. I can not power up my weapon systems because I'm mass 0. So 3 lasers. That's a hit and 3 hits.
Okay, I'll spend a token for power to shields.
So you're on 4s.
Yeah.
I just need 1 to squeak through. So I need to see a 5 or a 6. There's a 5 and a 6.
Yeah.
Have you got any tokens left? You could burn them for rerolls. You've got no tokens left.
No.
Okay, 1 dead. your final activation, which is the light utility.
Yep. So he's
around
pretty
it.
much gonna ponce around, muck about over here, do that, suffer dangerous space, which is gonna hit him. He is not gonna save. Yep, no. So takes a hit. Okay. And obviously haven't both done is pick up supply tokens from the ship, from the planetoid.
Yeah, so that's going to be my next activation is the light utility ship. So because he has a docked token, supply contract saith, scan the planetoid with a docked battle group, gain M supply tokens for each scanning ship. So I'm going to go over here and fetch a supply token. And that's pretty much all they're going to do. So does get a supply token, but he also gets an easy target token.
It's going to get passive attacked.
Yeah, so it's going to suffer. So I'm going to red. I guess I'll red alert. So let's do this properly. Issue orders, red alert, movement. I'm going to gain a poopy token. Although I suppose I could actually. There's oh yeah no because I don't want to move.
If you want to undock.
Yeah, which I do not. So red alert is 1, so that goes down to 1. Then I'm docked, so I've got my easy target at the end of the movement step, which means in passive you're on rerolls.
Yep.
It's not looking good.
So it's 4 hits.
4 hits. Did I have a token left? Oops, I don't want to zoom in. I've got 2 tokens left, but I'm only 1, so I will spend one of those tokens to put my shields up 2. And let's roll a bunch of 1s, please. Oh, hello. Those dice just made money. That's the end of the tactical phase, I believe.
Yep. So it's the Rexus.
So whoever has the most lots, which is me, chooses who's going to draw first. So there's a little bit of hoopling about here. So there's a 50% chance that I draw it first, and
yeah, it's actually pointless me competing for it, isn't it? There'll always be one card drawn, and it'll either be you score from it or you don't score from it, right?
That's right in the case of this game, yeah.
So I'm utterly wasting my time by hanging out by that Rexus point. That was dumb.
Yeah. So, whoa. So I get. So that's in a discard pile because that's not the catalyst. So whoever successfully draws the card next go will hoover up the 10 points that are remaining in this. So that's in a discard pile, and that's the catalyst hiding in the deck. Demolition Contract at the end of round 2. Remove all AI cores from play. So now worth a bit more. End phase on the supply contract, moving clockwise from a CEO chosen by the CEO with the most supply tokens, may discard supply tokens equal to the top hearts card to gain that card's revenue and discard it. Repeat until no one can score the top one.
Yeah, so no one can score the top one.
Okay. Round 3.
It is, as always happens when you have the Rex's point in, going to come down to the last turn Rex's point flip.
Yeah, it is almost always the way. Okay, I haven't looked at yours. I've got 3 in initiative and 3 in tactical.
I've got nothing in initiative, 1 in jump in, and 5 in tactical.
Exciting. Okay, so I'm rolling a d6 for initiative.
I've just rolled an 11 for initiative.
Oh, okay. Then it doesn't matter what I've rolled, but it's a 4.
Yeah, what the hell?
Man's gone off the rails. He's gone off script.
Well, just a sec. You're just thinking. The Rex's point is worth 10. Because I'm thinking of investing to 16. Because then we're on evens if I get the Rex's point. But if the Rex's point is worth 10 points and I get the Rex's point, then I can go 9 points above you and win. And if I don't get the Rex's point, I've lost anyway. So rather than spending 4 points to take 2 attack wings, I've actually got 13 points available.
Yoicks. That's a destroyer, people.
Well, it's what's best.
Right choice.
What's best at taking down the medium utility ship, though, and I don't think that's necessarily the destroyer at that kind of range.
Not at this range. 3d10 would have been excellent, but
I can have 4 gunships.
Yeah, you can have 4 gunships. That's gonna
or 2 corvettes. 2 corvettes is 12 dice. 4 gunships.
A monitor with its 2d2. No, the d12's no good.
I think 4 gunships is the way to go.
That's right.
4 gunships for 12.
Sheer weight of dice.
So,
and that way you'll the one command token that you can spend on bumping their dice up will really have a big impact.
So in which case they will go there, I guess. Yeah, there we go. 4 gunships. Okay, so you're activating first.
Yep. So I'm going to where's the 6-inch? I'm thinking about trying to take down your light utility ship. Because
the light utility ship.
Yeah, because I can't take out the medium utility ship credibly. But the light utility ship will be the tiebreaker, assuming you destroy one of my dudes. We should move all these tokens off.
Oh yeah.
So it's not a brilliant plan, but I can't fight you on force, but I can. I mean, my light utility ship has got a lot of guns breathing down its face. So yeah, so I'm going to jump the fighter wing. I'm going to jump hop the fighter wing. Let's put it on the token. 6 inches. If I put it there, then it's guaranteed to be out of huge range. So I'm assuming that's 6 inches to there. Yeah, I'm putting it 6 inches away from the thing in the jump point that's in front of you.
Sure.
I will red alert because I'm going to dangerous space from the Rexith. So, oh no, because I take 0d6 because that's 0. and I haven't taken any damage, and I no longer have this easy target. So 3 dice. I can't pump it up with any command tokens because it's mass 0. So I just need to roll some 1s and 2s, please. No. So that's 2. No, that is 2 hits. So if you just don't save the 2 shield saves, then it's dead.
Would need to save one of them on shields 1.
Correct. And you can pump that up to shields 2 because you're mass 1, so you can spend 1 command token on it.
I think I will spend 1 command token to go to shields 2.
Alrighty.
Nope. So he go away.
Splammo. Whammy.
Okay. I think I may as well just get on with the business at hand and activate the gunships. You have to be in scan range of the Rexus in order to scan it, don't you?
Correct.
And that is 3 inches, so you can't be further away than.
Yeah, so if you park anywhere that's like 3.5 inches away on this side, then
so
I'm going to be suffering some serious passive attacks.
So they'll go there with an engage order on the medium utility ships. So they're going to get passive attacks from your fighter wing.
Fear me. So 3 hitting on 4s. So that's 3 hits with shields of 1.
Yep. Nope. So 3 damage.
Change the inevitable.
Okay. And then the gunships are going to attack your medium utilities with 4 dice each. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4.
A lot of dice.
I'm going to put 1 into weapons because that's the maximum that I can.
Yep, so you're still hitting on 5s, but you're critting on 2s.
Yep. So
and you've got
re-rolling that 6, re-rolling that 6. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 hits. So that's 16 dice there. So for another 1, 2, 3, 4, 20. So that's 21 dice for the 21 saves.
Okay, I'm going to spend 2 command tokens because I'm mass 2. So I'm on shields 5, so only duds get through.
And
that's cocked. Jammy son of a gun.
So 1 hit.
1 hit. Blonk.
Righto, crack on.
Okay, so the light utility ship over here will move, thus undocking himself. It's going to take a vector order. So pivot, move 8 inches, and then at the end of the movement step, we'll jump hop. So we'll jump hop to here. Where's his damage dice? There's his damage dice. So he's going to need to take a dangerous space, hitting on a 4, so he doesn't, and then is going to collect a maglock token.
So this gunship is going to move, jump about there-ish, I think.
Oh, sorry. You get to passive attack the bejesus out of my light utility ship.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Before it gets to scan.
Yep. So 1, 2.
Let's take a pause on that.
4,
single gunship.
6. So we're at 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits.
I've got one more token, so I'll spend it for shields 2. Seems a little futile, but 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so go on, Daddy, go on.
Mm-hmm. So this gunship attacking your medium utility ships, putting a point into weapons. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits.
I've got nothing left on the shield, so we're just rocking the standard shields of 3. Oh, another 1. Can't beat them.
That seems entirely reasonable.
Sorry about those dice rolling.
Your turn.
What have I got left? I've got those guys over there. So these guys will. You already put them in a place where they can't.
They can't get out of the passives.
Well, presumably they could go there.
I mean, these guys have literally deployed, so if I was really being petty about it, I could have just put them in a half circle line around the Rex's point.
Cool.
It's only because I couldn't have been arsehole to do it.
Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll move them so they don't get you don't get rerolls.
Yep, sure.
And then I'll dangerous terrain and I'll dangerous space and red alert them. So dangerous space, that is 3 hits, no saves, 1 save, so 2 damage, not quite enough to eliminate 1 yet, and then I'm going to red alert D3 off, so back down to 1.
So
Nice.
Yep. So passive attacks, I'm going to spend from tactical to put the to put +1 on, because they're 2 different groups, so I have to do 2 different tokens. But I'm going to passive put all of these up by 1. That's a lot of 6s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits. So
7 saves of a 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. So that's 1 dead, and there's still 1 there. I never picked up the correct number of tokens. I think I'll just have to check the rules for the maglock tokens and whether my zapping ships use up the maglock tokens.
Well, you scan at the end of your turn, and you were destroyed before the end of your turn. So even if it doesn't destroy them, you still only got 2.
Yes, I didn't do things out of sequence. We're in the middle of the passive attack step.
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed it. Did you already do the attacks from the other gunship?
Yep, I did it all in one go.
Oh, okay, great. Okay, then this guy collects his 2 maglock tokens.
Okay. So rest of the situation basically is medium utility ship jumps over to whatever, let's say here.
Yeah. Poodle's somewhere just behind my passive arc, perhaps.
I mean, I'm not sure. I wasn't sure that I could get to there without not being in Rex's range.
Oh yeah, because you're going to be 4 inches from the jump point because you haven't got any movement. Yeah, all right. Well,
yeah. So I assume you get to shoot, but
how many damage tokens has he got on him?
1.
You could red alert him.
I mean, I may as well.
Yeah.
So he's got none on him.
Great. Then I get 2 hits on you.
Yep. Yep. 2 wounds, bit much.
Then he needs some dangerous space.
Yep.
Oh, that would have happened before the red alert, actually. So.
Okay, so the dangerous space is going to be a hit.
He's a medium, so he takes 2 dice of damage.
Okay.
So
2 hits. So it's still not enough to destroy him, even if I roll high on the red, low on the red alert.
Yeah, and there's nothing else. There's nothing else to attack him. So you've just got a fighter wing to go.
Yep. So just the fighter wing, who obviously is going to
jump off
go over here.
Ute out.
There you go. And attacking the Ute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits.
5 hits. Yikes. You get your 2 containment tokens, by the way.
Yeah, sure.
There's nothing I can do about this because I haven't got any tokens left, so just looking for 3s. I have sufficiently rolled hot enough because that's only 2 additional damage. I needed to fail 4 out of them.
Yep. So we've got an equal number of maglock tokens. Who picks the Rex's point first?
Let's go. I imagine it's a roll off. Let's go to the actual full rules in the book. Yeah, roll off if tied. So this is a D12 off for the game.
Okay. $11.
It's me. I will choose me to draw a card.
I like you said that like you weren't quite certain.
No, there was a combination of I want to talk about what I'm doing because we're recording this game, and there was a tiny imp of the perverse. It was like, no, why don't I just give the game to Glenn? So I flip over the thing that is currently the catalyst, so that scores the remaining cards in the discard, which is those 10. So it's 5 cards times 2. So I'm up to -6. So that one is scored out. Demolition contract. Everything explodes. No one standing close enough for the explosions to matter. So 3 facilities explode, which means there's no way to score that contract. And the game is over. Thank you, Glenn, for that game.
Thank you very much. That was very jolly.
So just for the record, final score is -6. So no profit for Michael, and -24, no profit, and didn't quite manage to secure the final So nobody walked away from this engagement any the richer, but Glenn is more likely to be on performance review.
Mm-hmm.
All right, thank you very much for watching this game of A Billion Suns. I hope that Glenn and I will do something in person in some months when the situation permits. Thanks, everyone.
Fingers crossed. Thank you. Bye-bye.